Pleasant good morning. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. This is our Facebook and YouTube Live today. I'm going to show you a 2023 Freightliner M2 106 Summit Hauler conversion. We're going to do some measurements on certain areas of this truck. Some of the questions that we get a lot in terms of how long or how wide those beds are, the height, when the bed is, or the bench in the back is laid down flat, and of course the bed and the height of the side walls on the bed. So we're going to go over some of the features on here. Again, like I said, this one is a Summit Hauler conversion. I'm going to show you some of the things that we add to our Summit Hauler compared to our competition, but again, just kind of give you an overall look of this unit. So let's start off on the back here. Right now I have the bed all laid down, and that's what a lot of people love about those trucks, is the fact that those back benches could lay down into a bed. Saves you money when you take a little stop to rest, and of course how comfortable those seats are. So I'm going to go from door to door right now and kind of show you guys the overall length. This is about 6 feet 1 inch from door to door. So if in case you decide to go that route, it's about 6 feet long, 6 feet 1 inch. Again, if it's just you laying down in here, you could go from a side-to-side view. Give me 1 second here, the seatbelt was in the way. So you got about 6 feet 5 inches on an angle. So if it's just one person trying to take a rest here, you could get that measurement. And of course the height from the bench laid down to the top of the roof here is about 3 feet 7 inches. So that is certified, DOT certified to be a slipper area. And of course, again, if you're taking long trips, you don't have to stay in a hotel. You can stop at a nice truck stop, take a rest, and then hit the road later on. Another few things to point out here is underneath the bench or the seat, there is a subwoofer, an amplifier on the back wall. There's a few fuses that will be on that back end of the wall as well. And I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like with the seat up. Again, those controls will be on that back passenger door behind the driver. Again, tons of room here. One of the cool features on the back area is those charging options. So you have a couple areas there for charging. You got a few USB ports and of course 110 plugins. Just want to show you guys the door panel. This is one of our main features on the Summit Hauler, is that Summit Hauler mold. And you do have that Summit Hauler logo on here. And of course we got speakers on all 4 doors. Our fuel tank, as you guys can see, the running boards or the steps on here. One of the cool things are those compartments are lockable, so you could protect your fuel and DEF. So you do have a 50-gallon tank here and a 6-gallon DEF tank over here. We have an extra 50-gallon tank on the other side, so a total of 100 gallons of fuel on this truck. Again, your engine block heater. You do have your trickle charger for your batteries over here. And the reason why your trickle charger is over here, the battery access point is over underneath the bench. So you do have access to your batteries underneath here. So you have 4 screws to undo, take this panel out, and you have full access to those batteries. When it comes to storage, we got some really good storage compartments. Again, this one does come in for airline and air supply to put air in your trailer. Again, nice storage. They are all lockable as well. Dual ties in the back. A nice little storage box here as well. Okay, so everybody always wonder how long those beds are. So from the headache rack all the way to the end of the bed here is 10 feet 2 inches. And then you have the width Again, a lot of people like to know that measurement. It is 6 feet 6 inches because they want to know that width, because they could put four-wheelers on here, motorcycles, side-by-sides. So they always want to know that width. And in terms of the height, from the bed to the top here is about 5 inches. So not too tall. And even when you put your trailer on here, you have enough height to pass those side walls. This is diamond plated. We do have the option of getting this rhino lined or spray bed lined, so we could get it from the factory, or we could do it after the vehicle comes here. So it's up to you if you guys want this rhino lined or not. But again, with the option of the hitch, this one does come with a gooseneck ball. We have the option of changing that into a fifth wheel hitch. So if in case you guys want to go that route, we do have the Hensley Trailer Saver hitch right here at our location in stock. So give us a few hours with this truck and we could convert that into a fifth wheel, convert this truck into a fifth wheel. So with that fifth wheel on the Hensley Trailer Saver hitch, you do have the attachment for a gooseneck ball. So you could actually get that, you could interchange from a fifth wheel hitch to a gooseneck ball with those airbags on there. You got your trailer access point here to plug in your trailer. This one is a Voyager camera system extension. So you plug in the cameras on your trailer, plug into here, and it will go into our system in the truck. This one does come with a bumper pull hitch. All LED lights throughout the truck. Again, those will last you a very long time. Same storage on the opposite side of the truck. Dual tires. Another thing that we do on our trucks is put auto balancers. And as you guys can see, between those tires, we do have those auto balancers on here. Again, gives you longer lasting tires and auto balances the vehicle automatically while you drive. This is where our second 50-gallon tank is. And again, it is lockable. Again, the front auto balancers, want to point that out to you right here. You guys can see that disc between those tires. As I open up the hood, first thing we can see here is our air dryer system. Again, that will stop all moisture going into your compressors. You have your window washer wiper fluid. You have your radiator fluid. Again, this truck, and one thing about Freightliner is they clearly label everything underneath the hood, so you could actually see what you're looking at. What you guys are looking at right now, engine-wise, this is the Cummins 8.9 liter engine. It is a L9. This one is partnered with the Allison 6-speed automatic transmission. You're looking at about 360 horsepower and 1,150 foot-pounds of torque. One thing about Transwest here in Frederick, and we're bringing in new or used units to on our lot. We're still running for our shop. We got an awesome service team. Those guys come in, make sure everything is in working condition. We check for recalls, we check for leaks, we check for anything that is especially when it comes to the AC. We make sure the AC is running as cool as it's supposed to. The heat is running, the air ride seats and all that stuff is working well. And again, if those needs to be fixed before putting on the lot, we do that. So I want to shout out our parts and our service team here at this location who works with us tremendously throughout, any unit coming in on our lot. So again, this one, even though it's brand new, we still send it through our lot, our service department. Again, you do have a soft close hood, a little tug, and will allow it to close. Again, you got that big windshield, you got dual horns on top. This one does come with that CB radio antenna. It might look a little bit different. Typically we have it on the mirror. Again, some trucks do come with that smaller antenna on the top. Looking at the front end, those grills that we do, thanks to the C9 company, is amazing. I love the 3-piece that we do. We do have the Summit Hauler grill over here. Again, that little access point here, we cover that with a grill as well. And down here, between the tow hooks, we have another piece of grill down here. The 3-piece bumper, everybody knows the drill. Again, it's 3 individual parts, so if in case you damage one piece or whatever, you could just change that one part. You don't have to change the whole thing. So that's a good selling point right here, especially when it comes to accidents and stuff. You don't have to worry about that. Looking on this side, on the driver's side, because the batteries are located underneath the back seat, and you know, you don't have to remove those screws to get to the compartment. If you want to jump and you need the negative and positive studs, again, it's clearly labeled, showed you the black and the red, positive and negative, so you don't even have to open up the hood to get to those studs. So that's a good thing right here. Let's look at the driver's seat before we enter. Those seats will be the same up front. You have the air ride switch here, lumbar, and of course the heated switch right here. This one here is to tilt the back. Again, great black leather seats, very comfortable. Majority of my customers who drive those vehicles really love how comfortable those seats are. Right underneath the driver's seat, you have your battery disconnect, and it's located right underneath the driver's seat. Again, if you're not using this truck for a while, you'll want to turn that switch off to kill all power to the vehicle. With the Summit hauler, if you do decide to kill the battery, you guys will see all that turns off. When you turn it back on, make sure you have the key in hand. There is an alarm system on here that will trigger once you turn the power back on. Here we go. So make sure you have the key on hand, just in case somebody thinks you're still in the vehicle. But again, that's one of the features that I wanted to mention. There is another feature. If the vehicle, the parking brake is engaged and the vehicle, all the doors are closed, if the door opens and the parking brake is still engaged or it's still on, the alarm will go off as well. And I'm gonna try that when we get inside. It'll be really loud. So that's another feature. Always pull that parking brake once you're at a stop, so you allow your passengers to get out or come in and out of the vehicle. It can get annoying sometimes, but again, it's a safety feature. You don't want to be having the vehicle rolling with people going in and out of the vehicle. So it's a good practice to always engage your parking brake when you're at a full stop and your vehicle is in neutral. You pull that parking brake, so that will allow people to go in and out of this truck. So let's jump inside and I'll show you guys some of the features on the interior. So some of the things that people look for in the interior is the feel of the interior. One of the things I want to point out is our mood light. This one, I call it the infinity lighting every single time because it looks like you're going all the way up to space. But that's a nice, cool feature, especially at nighttime when you are looking to just relax. You know, you have that feature on here to give you that nice ambience. Right here are reading lights. If the doors are closed, you could actually turn on your reading lights. And again, this here is just a nice little feature here for a nice little blue light that comes on right here. So that's on top here. As we continue, we do have some storage areas over here. We do have some that come with just the blank sheet here, so you could allow to put a CB radio if some people like to do that. Some vehicles come with this. If in case you do want that, we do have the part number. We could order you storage for inside here. So that's a cool feature up here. Our Voyager camera system. You do have one camera already installed on this truck. If you want additional cameras, you could add additional 3 cameras to this unit, and you could toggle through this button right here, and you can see 4 cameras in total. Once you move from that, you could actually split those cameras. So you got 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the main camera. If it's too much, too bright for you guys, there is a dimmer, or you could go to night mode, or you could just simply turn it off. As we come around here, we do have our air horn. Here we have our microphone for our hands-free calling. Down here is our steering wheel. As we look at your dash here, all your different levels, you have your oil, water, and temperature gauges, your fuel gauge, depth gauge, secondary and primary air compressor gauges, and of course your regular gauge. Our odometer right now, it's a brand new vehicle, so we have 649 miles on this particular unit. Again, on the left hand side, you do have your light options. There is a plus and a negative feature on here. This is to dim or increase the brightness on your dash, or decrease the brightness on your dash. So sometimes those lights could be very bright, so you could actually increase it or decrease it. The button right next to it is your lights to turn it on. On the right hand side, we do have your engine brake. Some trucks come with just one engine brake switch, which center will be off, up will be high, down will be low. But with this particular one, there is an on button. So this is an on switch, and then you have your high and low feature on here. Cruise control is up here. So you see that SP control. You turn that on, you set your cruise, you accelerate, you cancel, you turn off. Marker light, right next to that is your manual region button. That's a button you don't have to worry about. Truck does it automatically for you. Traction control switch, rear differential lock. You got your 4 switches for your windows, so your power windows. You got your power locks up here. Optional switch, this one will actually turn on 4 white lights in the back, so if in case you are working at nighttime, you will have that option to turn on some lighting in the back. That light will also turn on when you put the vehicle in reverse, so you have those 4 lights turning on in reverse. When you do trigger your light test button, those 4 lights will not work, so don't be afraid and be like, I got 4 lights off. That's one of the features on here. You'll have to come here, turn on your optional button, turn those lights on first, then trigger your light test button, then all the lights on your vehicle and your trailer will blink at the same time. When you're done, you disengage that light test button, everything will come back on the system. This one does have rear AC and heat. Our blue switch up here is for our cold. Our red is for the heat. Center will turn it off, as you guys can hear. Then you have the fan levels. You have a high, medium, and low. And of course, you could turn that off. Opposite here, on the 2 corners here, you have only charging with those USB plugins. Down here is your HDMI or Apple and Android capability. So once you plug in your phone directly here, it will plug your phone into the system. So you have your Apple and Android switch over here. Right next to it is our trailer brake. We do run the Red Arc system. Again, there's tons of awesome informational videos online when it comes to the Red Arc. Very easy to use. Again, it's not in your way, it's not bulky. It suits very well with all the buttons over here. This black knob here is for the subwoofer underneath the back seat. Again, if you want to increase the sub or decrease the sub, sometimes some people don't like all the boom boom, the hearing coming out of that bass. So you have that knob here to increase or decrease that volume. Your regular cab AC and heat, and over here is your circulating button here. So all the air from inside will be circulating in here. That's what that orange light indicates. When you turn that off, is the air from the outside. Cup holders, you got 4 of them, and an additional one on the side here for your passenger. Just tucks in really nicely in here. Nice storage area, as you guys can see. And it does have a LED light in here. Those new trucks does come with all manuals for the vehicle. Anything that we put in here, you will have a manual for it. The Stinger stereo sound system, the Red Arc system. If we have the Hensley hitch on here, you will have paperwork for all of those areas. Again, we do have some cool features on here. I mean, when it comes to the steering wheel, you could actually tilt those, raise it, lower it. Really, really nice features on those vehicles. So for all those are in the market for Freightliners or our M2 106s or our M2 112s, we have a few of our 106s in stock right now. We got a used 22 112 on our lot right now as well. Just call us today. Myself or Larry will be happy to help you guys out or go through the buying process for you guys. It's pretty simple. We got some great finance options as well. So call us. I think we have one of the most competitive finance options in personal use right now at our location here in Frederick. So call us today and find out what that is. And of course, if you guys are interested, we got a few units on our lot. And of course, we got some awesome colors coming in. I got a red one coming in pretty soon. So a lot of people love that red, that Viper red color. So I got one coming in sometime next week. So can't wait for that to go through the shop and then bring it here on a video. So in about a week and a half, you guys will be able to see that right here on Transwest Live. And of course, if you guys are interested, let me know ahead of time and we can definitely put your name on that unit. In the meantime, thank you guys for tuning in today. My name is Marlon Bledman. My contact is at the bottom of the screen. Feel free to reach out, text, email, call. I am pretty good at replying or calling you back. So please leave a message, leave a voice note, or whatever the case may be, and I'll definitely call you back. In the meantime, have yourself a great week, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.